I return. Hello. I do art sometimes. I stream sometimes. Also, this could go on for 10 hours if I wished it. No, an hour. There's probably a 10-hour version, but I don't wish it to. So we're gonna play a different song. Hopefully everyone enjoys. But yes, regardless, hope everyone is doing okay. Not really anyone in chat right now. Basically just talking to VOD watchers. Also, let me turn this down some. What I need to, I need to mess with OBS a little bit. I'm just not good with, technology, so I'm scared to. But yeah, time to work on animation. I'm just gonna be working on something. It's a school project technically, but I don't know how many people not in like art feel this, but it's like a project where it's like, yeah, I want to keep doing this. I mean, part of it is I want to do what I'm doing for this project, regardless of if I got to do it for the project. So, also, I put on a sweatshirt. That was a mistake. Let me take it off. There, less hot now. But yeah, just some. It's some anime BS that I'm animating. I don't know. I had this. Did I talk about this? My discussion went. Did y'all hear about this? You see this? But like most recently, spooky streams. It was like, well, not actually that recently. It was probably like a couple weeks ago at this point. But anyway, they were just like, yep, anime is defined by being made in Japan. I'm like, that's fine. And anime is not a genre, but I still feel like there's things associated with anime that make people want to call more action-packed animation anime. So I usually don't say anime. I usually just say, title series. Maybe I'll say Japanese to be like, yeah, is from another country. Might have to read and watch at the same time, since so many people are. On that. I don't know what it is. There's plenty of good voice actors, but I guess not many of them work in the dubbing line. Some do. But sometimes the dub for something is so much worse. Especially in the olden days. Before anyone, before there was proper respect, I guess, for what they're doing. Chesticles. No. Here's not hunkadooroos. I'm just making a upper male torso. There. I made him real curvy. Don't worry, Mr. Twitch. I'm not drawing today's on your website. How much? Okay. Art does not get a good airing on Twitch. I'm not a big streamer for it. I'm sure if I was doing fucking Fortnite, I'd be pulling in bigger crowds. But regardless, they have. There's the TOS. The TOS very much applies to do not draw any boobsicles or anything on our site. I wonder how, if they let's just say the boobs. Let's say if they were like, you can draw boobs on Twitch. Would that really be such a slippery slope? Would that would that really open up Twitch to just, you know, becoming a hell site? Also, I always draw ground plane, and then I always draw past it, so I don't know why I draw ground plane. At that point, it almost ends up becoming in a horizon line. Oh my goodness. Even though horizon lines should often not be that low. Unless you're going for some real angles. Gotta get that horizon up. But yeah. I'm just gonna chill and do this. I don't know. Oh yeah, I didn't say this. So allow me to say it. Thank you, Inauspicious Gamer, Tom Master STL, and Zanry for following me yesterday. I'd be like, why? But Barry told people to follow me, and it immediately resulted in 3 more follows. So, I appreciate it. I do hope you watch streams since you're following, but whether or not you do, I appreciate the support. Because, I mean, let's be honest, the support is good. Also, I realized, I think I was talking with Pig and Peeps about this. Follows are almost inconsequential in a lot of ways in terms of like Twitch progression, because both a partner and affiliate require you to have an average amount of viewers, and I don't think I know for a fact not following someone doesn't lock you out of getting a sub from them, for them, whatever. So that means like you can totally like fully support someone on Twitch without needing to follow them, which is weird but also cool. I'd argue it differentiates it from YouTube progression. YouTube is just all about, you know, do you have 1 million subs? Do you have 1 million views? Just getting those 2 categories just in the big numbers. That's all that matters on YouTube. I'm trying to think. You know what? We're throwing this out. That's right. Another one bites the dust, except that's copyrighted. Cannot use it on the internet. I'm afraid. But yeah, I had another friend today who was sad, who was a little upset because they also stream and average viewership went down, and like that's literally the reason I took a week off. Is because like I was like, numbers aren't being fun right now. But at the same time, like average viewership in the terms of what Twitch shows you on a dashboard, I don't think it's super great. You should pay attention to that, because if you're a smaller streamer, then that'll just go wild based on 1 or 2 people joining your chat. But 2, I don't know. I'd argue it doesn't actually, unless you are like a really big streamer and you are using that to kind of denote whether or not you're doing good because you can't keep track of people in chat or viewer numbers by yourself, then it's almost not important, because I feel like most streamers under 100 viewers can kind of track how any individual stream went just by feeling it out and how it's going. My mom watches these. She likes travel vlogs, and one of them likes giving YouTube advice. And I realize it's kind of what I'm talking about now, but at the same time, I don't know. So much of it's just luck. I've never heard someone I've never heard someone I respect and follow talk about it and not say it's just luck. And you could argue it's like, well, you can just do the trendy stuff, and it's like, well, A, I don't want to, and B, I don't know. I was listening to a podcast, and they were talking about how some people are just flashes in the pan, and they spend lots of the money they get immediately, thinking this will go on forever, not realizing like, wait a minute, no, it won't. Like, oops a daisy, I made a fortune and spent it all. I realize, like, I hope doesn't sound deep. I don't, like, want a wicked big house for a lot of reasons. I think it opens up some creepy possibilities because, I don't know. I don't think I'll have a big family when I'm older. So, the idea of just having a massive place where I just hang out is a little weird. I'd rather have a cozy place. So with that in mind, oh my goodness, hair stream. No hair. I don't even have that much hair. I don't know how I'm getting there. Oofa doofa. But yeah. I don't know. It's just, I'd rather maybe like, buy some games. That kind of stuff. with money I get. And then put the rest away or donate it. Not just like find an excuse to spend money. I'm not an economic person. There are people who make their whole careers around that. I'm not one of them. I'm wicked not one of them. Because I couldn't even imagine being like, okay, well, if you want to optimize stock market, Wolf of Wall Street, that's what every financial advisor sounds like to me. Well, I mean, if you, listen, Doug, if you want to optimize your earnings this quarter, and now I'm trying to, it's slowly, eventually it'll evolve into Patrick Warburton. Yeah. I guess every financial advisor just sounds like bad Patrick Warburton to me. I don't imagine any financial advisors watch the show. Not a show. Worse ratings. But watch my stream. But I mean, hey, if you do, do you like your job? I think that's all someone can ask, is if you like your job. So if you do, then good for you. Don't scam people, because I feel like any money-centric job is easy pickings for scamming people. Because all you have to do is point them in the wrong direction. The wrong direction being somewhere that gives you money. And then bingo, bango, bongo. You've scammed a man. Congratulations, he was a grandpa. Don't go out there scamming grandpas. You could argue Twitch is a scam, but I like to think I'm very upfront about, like, hey, if you give me money, that's cool. I can't pretend I can give you much for it other than more streams. So I hope you know that. Oswald did floppies. My bunny did a flop. If you've never seen a bunny do flop, it is both really cute and a little scary. Because if you're like, oh no, is he okay? And it's like, yeah, he is. How you doing, bud? Yeah. I like to try and let them out when I can. Unfortunately, I don't think our house would be good for a free roaming bunny. I've said that. I feel like I've said this on stream. I'd love it if I could get someone to help bunny-proof the house, but I don't know people like that. Like, I'd want someone who's like actually very knowledgeable. Magenta sent me stuff, and like, yeah, it's great, but it wasn't exactly like, here's how you keep them from digging into your walls. And also, I mean, if I wanted a tutorial online, I could just go get that. I want someone to specifically come look at my house, be like, what bunny issues might we have here? Also, okay now. Hey now. Let me look at one of the... Oh my goodness. Okay, it's all broken. Shit. I forgot I was plugged into my computer and almost destroyed everything. I'll just put these here. Look, flipping through pages. Hop. Back to it. Oh my goodness. Wires, behave. I know there's a lot of you, but I'm doing my best out here. But yeah. I'd like to think I know how to draw my own character. That helps to reference back to stuff to make sure drawing is consistent. Unless you just don't want your drawing to be consistent. In which case that is okay. That's the thing, right? I feel like that's the difference between when you know someone is like purposefully breaking rules versus not. I don't want to say doesn't know art, but I guess hasn't practiced a lot, because I feel like if you see a person's art and you know some art things and you point out to them, hey, blank is, you should do this blank ways. It's like, oh, that was part of my style. Like, the difference is whether it's like a little off or like very clearly off, you know? The difference between that was definitely intentional or I think they had trouble with this part. You can see it in different pieces. I don't like enjoy, I would say, I want to be like modern art. I guess I mean more like, I don't even want to say abstract art, because abstract art can have very realistic drawings in it. But I guess more like quote unquote sloppy looking art. Because some people are like, oh, my kindergartner could do that. And like, yeah, some of them for sure. But kind of the difference is which parts were purposeful or not. You know? Granted, I'm saying this not knowing how many artists just splash paint around. So, if they do that, then I take this all back. You guys are invalidating my argument. And dang it. I was trying to help y'all. But now. Y'all is the objective best way to refer to a larger group of people. Y'all. Like, yes. Haha, cowboy talk. But it's a good word. There are much worse regularly accepted words. I can't think of any right now. But I know they exist. English is a is a toilet language, so with non-existent rules. I've talked before about, I don't know if on here, but just in general, I want to learn a different language. And I think one of the barriers I need to cross first is just like, I want someone's help. I want someone's advice. Again, like another person to help me walk through this. I want someone's advice to be like, okay, how do you remember like words and such? I get part of it is just practice. But how do you keep a second language in your head? Because I barely have room for the one. I don't even do that well. If we're being real here. English and me don't sit right. Oh yeah, let's talk about what everyone's here for, which is about how my friends make fun of me for wanting to have sex with Kezu, which I don't. Kezu being the Monster Hunter monster. But recently, there were 2 cute Kezu things, and I'd love to share them, but they'll just make fun of me for it. One was art of Kezu stuck in a paper towel tube, a small one. Small Kezu, small paper towel tube, because they got their stretchy necks. And another one was a plushie. So, I legitimately, if we're talking how I feel about how Kezu looks and acts and is in the game, I'd say not the biggest fan. They're memorable, but that doesn't mean I have to enjoy. I don't know. I like them in the sense of like, oh yeah, let's go hunt this thing. In any game where you're, I don't want to say hunting wildlife because that's not accurate. I guess just killing things. There's bound to come a point of like, do you feel sympathy for this? For this thing which life must end. And like, yeah, sure, maybe some monsters I do. Not Kezu. Kezu, I'm like, you know what? I think I'm doing the right thing here. I think the best thing I can do for Monster Hunter World is to just hunt Kezus whenever the opportunity presents itself. Dear Lord. Especially in Rise, which I think I'm going to play tomorrow, maybe. Don't quote me on that. I do more art. But especially in Rise, where it's just like they have gone out their way to make the textures really pop with how veiny it is. Unforgettable veins. Also, I drew Alex about as anime as I've ever drawn him. My series of OCs. Chen! Hello. You just missed Kezu Talk. My series of OCs is definitely anime inspired, particularly Dragon Ball Z, which is literally what this animation is referencing. But this is about the most I've leaned into it. I hope you're having a good day, Chen. I assume you're still at work, considering it's only 7 here. And I know you to be a boy who be stuck in work a lot. What with having a full-time job. I have part-time job. It could be better. Better as in like the patients have been whack, as I know them to be, or better as in like, you know, today could just be, you know, and there could be improvements on today in general. Could be home. Blah 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 blah. My default response to how you're doing is I could be better, I could be worse. Because that's typically true, you know? Trying to measure my moods in like the best feeling and the worst feelings I can remember. Because I don't want to be like, I'm doing good, I'm doing bad, if I don't think I'm really doing either. Both, because today is Monday. Also, just like talking about in the friendship Discord. Okay, well. Oh, are you okay, yeah. Wow, today's been long for me. I'm gonna be honest. I forgot that was today. I took a hot nap today, and it's just kind of extended out. But yeah, I talked about it at the beginning. I'm just saying, I don't. No offense, if I was paying too close to attention to numbers right now, I'd be, I'd be pretty upset. I talk about them enough. I'm pretty sure one reason my numbers aren't great is because I talk about numbers. But I mean, numbers can be pretty interesting. Math sucks, but sometimes you're like, hey, what does this number mean? Johnny had 6 apples. What does that mean in the context of the world, though, you know? Why does he have these 6 apples? What kind of value can be prescribed to these apples? Are we talking about regular red apples, or are we talking about just like, are we talking about like some kind of special apples, you know? Are these some kind of poisonous apples? Like there are lots of variations on apples. The fuck is Johnny doing with these 10 apples? I said 6. Johnny got 4 more apples as we were talking. Where is he getting the apples from? Is he on a farm visit? Is he going around picking some apples? Is he stealing apples? Really concerned about these apples, Chin. Oh no. Stream crash? Or browser crash? I thumbed over the bit rate because I have it blocked out because I can't do anything about it. Sorry. But I don't know the numbers. Once again, back to numbers. Fuck is Johnny doing with those apples? Are we ever gonna find out? Is he willing to tell us? If he doesn't, what does that mean for us? What does it mean for the apple industry? Where is he gonna get more apples? He already has 10 apparently, and he got some while we were talking. So what I'm saying, Chen, is don't worry about numbers, because the apple problem is so much more prevalent. Apple. Someone left as I was talking about apples. Fantastic. I always like, after I do one of those bits, I always like to be like, hey, how's stream doing? And the answer typically is not good. Whoopsie. Yeah-oh and whoopsie. Oh no. Part of it is I'm streaming at the same time as good friend Pig. And I'd have to keep streaming for another like hour before he ceases. So, I don't know. It's whatever. I think I'm gonna... Next month, I have a concerted effort to help around with stuff happening on stream. It's a project I'm going to be developing. So with any luck, it'll get people in the community being like, hey, what's Cahill doing? I have heard of X. I've heard of him. What's he up to? Saw some wild stuff. I don't know. Sometimes I just have more chill streams, you know? But it's hard not to let it get that. Yeah, no, I know. I do not want to invalidate you, Chen. But the opposite would be letting it continue to get to you. And being like, yeah, you right. Be sad about it. And that's, I mean, listen. I think we can both agree I'd be a bad friend if I said that.
Why not go to school where remote learning can be as remote as you want?
So, my other option is be like, hey, it's fine. Numbers are only the Arabic representation of the amount in a whole. I don't know if that's technically right, but you get what I'm saying. I don't know what to call like a collection of things. An amount. I guess just an amount. An Arabic symbol in representation of an amount of stuff. Let's try the classic thought of experiment of like try and break human culture down to explain to someone who has never heard of this or is even familiar with the concept. And it's like, oh lord. Here we go. Let me explain apples. Today's an apple stream. This stream brought to you by apples. I don't think there's a singular Apple Corp. So I can say that. I can't get sued for saying this stream is sponsored by Apple. I like them. They fed me as a child. They'll continue to feed me when I get them. So, with that in mind, I can be like, yeah, apples have fueled me. I eat more bananas than apples. Apples can be a bit harder to casually eat because it gets stuck in your teeth. There's stuff like that, you know, where they're like, oh, just go. I was gonna go into how like some food can be more of an involved process to eat than others, but I'm like, is this just gonna get into like depression territory as I talk about how like, yeah, I probably don't eat as much as I should most of the time. Like, yeah, man, it can be so involved to like, you know, pour yourself a bowl of cereal and just eat that, or just make a meal in general. You know what I'm saying? Hashtag relatable. I'm relatable just like you. I too cry in the corner. Most times. Most days. I'll just block this out. Here's the thing, right? Alex has this belt he wears, and it doesn't look like a regular belt. It's kind of got like a solid face as opposed to the buckle you might expect. And I just imagine it works like a car seat, you know? Milking the cereal into your bowl. Sometimes that hand is too much. Exactly. Sometimes I'm just like, hey, I just want to chill out right now. Like, I won't get too deep into my psychology. Because truth is, honestly, half the time it's mostly just forgetting. I'll get into something and I'll just be like, yep, haven't eaten for most of the day. As opposed to me and Chen's shared friend, who some days refuses to eat. And that legitimately concerns me about him. But only so much I can do. You can lead a horse to water, you know? I was hanging out with Deja today. Which, oh Oh my fuck, I need to do the podcast. Last podcast came out on Tuesday. So as long as I get it done tonight, it should be fine. Just fully slacking on part of the responsibility I have with my friend. Oof. But they're apparently Peter released a thing where it's like racial slurs and such are bad. It's like, okay, I'm with you so far. And then they go on to be like, so is using phrases that refer to animals in a derivative way. And I'm like, starting to lose me a bit. And then they're like, for example, one involved, oh yeah, don't say bringing home the bacon. Say bringing home the bagels. I'm like, okay, well, someone I followed was like, why did everyone make fun of PETA? They're doing good work. It's like, yeah, probably. But, oh gosh, was this from PETA? Of course it was from PETA. I won't get too into it because I don't want to spice up the comments or make myself look awful, but I think there's a lot of like movements that have the right goals and the right motives and everything in line, but sometimes their marketing is just bad. Sometimes it's just like a hey. Now don't get me wrong, anything will come up against opposition. But PETA, you just got bad marketing. Who runs the PETA Twitter? You need to be fired. Unless this is a board thing and y'all are deciding as a collective on what to tweet out. Because if you are, you need to change your direction. I'm a pretty big... I would argue I'm... Like, don't get me wrong. I still eat meat, which I recognize I need to cut... I should cut down on a bit. I'd already tried to cut down on it, but I'm not gonna be... I don't think it's the right choice for me to cut down on it. All like, just put it out of my diet entirely. Half my diet is dairy, so I can't go full vegan. Regardless. Hi, Spooked. Good to see ya. But PETA never ceases, you know? Environmental issues are pressing, but they just never quit. And it's not great. Especially when like 20... Oh, Chen's here? Of course Chen's here, and he's loved. Regardless, PETA never quits. And after something like 2020, where everyone just kind of needs a breather, and PETA's just like, the animals! And we're like, we barely survived that last bit. Please. I'm literally only talking about this part because I can't speak to how PETA operates in a more, like, active function. No, Chen, you are one it here. I don't even have that many viewers. Besides just being my friend. Like... Chen, you're literally not like one of a million. You're like one of 3. And I literally mean that in the sense of both viewership and being a friend. I don't have a lot to spare. So, you know. I'd appreciate if you stick around. I don't know, it's Spooked. Are you starting drama in my chat? I'll not take the drama. Drama is not welcomed in the Cahill channel. If I was big celebrity and drama started happening, I would simply not. I'm built different. Also, assuming I don't get to it in this project, I want to do like a background, because I love DBZ's backgrounds. I love the Namek Saga, the colors in that. Namek's cool just because it's definitely alien, but it still has stuff you can recognize. Like, you know. it has grass and trees and rocks and such, but A, the colors are wrong, and B, the biome's just wicked different from a lot of places on Earth. All of Namek is covered in, like, small islands separated by stretches of land. Like me. I don't know what you're referring to, Stitch, but I'm assuming if it's good, then yes, it is like you. Oh, are you saying Alien? Cause Stitch theme? That's also good. See? Dang it, Stitch. Also welcome. I should just have a, let's see. Where are we at? I should have should have a 45-minute starting Zoom screen. Just so people can get into chat. How long? Okay, assuming you don't assuming there's a category that it fits in, how long can you go with just starting soon screen? Is there any rules against it? Could I have starting soon screen going for an hour and just be like, yep? I'm guessing there'd be issue if I was playing a track of music for that long, but I guess if we're trying to do this straight-laced and make it as legit as we can, then I can skip the music, or I can own the music, play it on the piano. Y'all ever think? Let me blow your minds for a second. So, old film, a lot of black and white film, they didn't have like sound as we think of it today. You're gonna blow us just a little bit, just a little for you. Get ready to be blown. But yeah, old black and white film, a lot of it didn't have sound like we have it now. Mostly in the way that it didn't come with sound. They would have a band in the thing that would be like, okay, time to get going. Which means, for a lot of it, if you watch a black and white film and it has sound in it, even like music, that was added far after the fact in order to try and preserve the experience. When arguably the experience is the band having a band in-house, being handed the music sheet, and having to perform it live. Which also includes if a band just doesn't know what the fuck they're doing. So they started having sound in the movie. Sound didn't exist, just in general. World didn't exist before about, early 1900s. Before that, it was all just black. Just wondered for years why they had ears. Yep. It's kind of like all human history is kind of like the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I mean, the Marvel Cinematic Universe is part of history, obviously. And caveman didn't come to exist till the documentary The Flintstones. Have you met the Flintstones? Yeah. And for a while they wondered, okay, this is the earliest point of human history, but we didn't have sound for a while. So they had to go back and redo some stuff. But I mean, in general, yes, the Flintstones and their neighbors largely wondered why they had ears for hearing. Actually, let me check how the Flintstones look, because they're my Flintstones. There they are. And of course, okay, so they do have ears. Because I want to be like they have ears, but that's never a guarantee with cartoon characters. And then of course, the prequel to the Flintstones, The Croods, came out not too long ago. The worldwide phenomena, The Croods, came out. We got an even deeper look into our totally accurate prehistoric culture, as all human history can only be seen through film. Thus, if it isn't on film, it doesn't exist. Up. I gotta put this somewhere. I'll put it here. I should look up what a fucking DBZ power-up looks like. Because let's be honest, do we know? Do we even know? DBZ power up. It's gonna give me the sound effect, but... Oh. Everyone brace for lights. It's so weird because fucking I've been on a bit of a DBZ binge lately, and like you can always tell when. So let's see how that went, because they opened with one. That's okay. But yeah, it's weird because the video will be like, this is from 12 years ago. And it's like, well, I mean, it's older, but you know, it was uploaded to YouTube whenever ago. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking for. Because there's kind of like a flash of white usually. And then it's like, oh, look at them. They have power. Oh. It seems like the two common things are like dust and powering up. I mean, like flashes of light, not powering up. Powering up is what I'm looking at for reference. Trunks is just flashing red in this one. Okay, I'm just gonna trace over what I'm doing, but I still want to look at it for reference. Reference. Fucking use reference. Don't be a coward. Coward. What, you scared? All the mean artists are gonna make fun of you for using reference? No. They're morons. I believe I've always been told, like, yeah, don't listen to people who said that. I've never heard someone say it legitly. I'm assuming it was like a phase in art. That's a bad phase in art. When I say phase in art, I'm not talking like Picasso's blue period. I'm saying Tumblr. Internet art. Just like Bowsette. To be fair, Bowsette wasn't... I mean... I say phase. Bowsette's still around, so I guess period. There was a period of mostly Bowsette. The internet will get obsessed with doing different kinds of art. And usually they're about on par with like memes for their lifespan. So yeah, I'm doing 2 frames of him having his arms up. Just so when he's standing still for like half a second, it's not totally static. And then after that, I'm gonna have him bring him down real fast, and then a flash of light, and then he's gonna be all flamey because Dragon Ball likes steady flames, kind of. I don't know. I never like to think of it as flames. It's something. It is something. Let's see. Okay. I don't know. I'm running my mouth, trying to keep stream entertaining. Hard to do with no chat. I want to grow my Discord, but it's kind of hard to. It would be one thing if people were visiting chat and I was like, join the Discord. But typically I get regulars, and I'm not going to push them to join the Discord if I already told them and they don't. Because then they just don't want to. And it's like, okay, that's fair. Do you, boo? Maybe you don't want announcements or such. Or maybe you just want, you know, maybe you're in the neighborhood watch Discord and you see me announcing shit. I should use my friend's self-promotion channels more, but, I just forget. I get in a rush to stream, and I'm like, time to go kill him again. Oh, yeah. I don't know. I still want to work on this though. That's the good thing, right? It's why I'd argue you shouldn't worry too much about numbers. Like, it's very valid to be put down by them, but it's good to keep your stride going because you should stream things you enjoy. Even if you stream something really popular, chances are your numbers won't be fantastic if you're just kind of like starting out. If you have a following somewhere already, then yeah, sure, but if you are stranger to Twitch, if the internet has not been kind to you, no. But if you're doing something, you're enjoying. Who cares who's watching? Dance like no one's watching. As many inspirational quotes that white girls like say. It's like, no, I don't. You can say that. You can say dance like no one's watching, but I prefer I don't dance because that's just a better song. It's not even it's not a motivational quote. It's a song from High School Musical Dose and the Sequest. Oh yeah, I've had a pretty good day today. It's been long, but it's been good, so can't really complain. Also, I realized I forgot something on Alex's person. Actually, I can just draw it in like there. Alex has his little heart. I'll refine that more as I draw. That or like it'll look worse as I draw. Oops. If there's one thing I gotta practice, it's keeping things steady. Making sure my animation is consistent. Sometimes it can be hard. Even if you do it really slow and purposeful. Sometimes you just realize accidentally and slowly lines have begun to shift. And the image looks noticeably different from when you start it. Hopefully it's not too different, because then you're just morphing it into something else, but different enough that if you overlaid it to the start, it'd be like, oh no, things have changed. But yeah, so I want to add another Yang alert for over $5, or if anyone just cheers over $5 or over $5, it plays the one clip I like of her from volume 6. It's like, gotcha. And the idea being, because right now it says blank donated or cheered X amount that made Yang happy. Now I want that one to be like, blank donated X amount. Now Yang's getting intense. You hear what I mean? Because I mean, hey, that happens. Get a hype train going. Oh my goodness. I had stuff in my throat. And just like... I need to clear it a bit. But you can't... It's hard to do without getting dressed. Like, just... I need to get away from the mic. Or else it'll get real gross. There's not... So, I don't know how many out there. Let's see, how many of the 3 people watching this stream, or whoever in the future is. But, I don't know if any of y'all have been into grossly satisfying videos. Half the time I don't even think they're like that gross. I mostly just think they're satisfying. Like, I get why they're satisfying, and I'm not going to be like, ew, what? But an old thing I used to like to watch was earwax removal, because some people just let it build up in there. Or actually, I think it's genetics. It's not like they're being dirty. It's like genetics of like, hey, my body makes lots of wax. Ooh boy. Do I need that? Do I need help with this? But one today where I thought of, because I saw an image. I didn't get to click on the video. I saw an image on Instagram of like teeth where the plaque, I mean, they basically look like jaw protectors. You know, like the stuff they use in football and MMA. The plaque is like double the size of the teeth. I wanted to see stuff where stuff like that gets removed, but there's not really real, as opposed to earwax where you can go on and there's quite an amount of videos on there of stuff getting removed. There's not as many big teeth videos on there. And I feel like that would that gross people out less? It might not. I guess it depends on your preference, right? I mean more as like a general consensus. Because people have arachnophobia, but the general consensus is spiders are still not great. You know, most of the population is creeped out by spiders. That does not mean everyone has arachnophobia. So by that same measure, it could be the general consensus that people think something is gross without necessarily it particularly being the thing they hate to look at. I'm not, what was I thinking of? I think it's weird for me to like shout people out, but I think it's Zafrank on YouTube, who for literally a decade now makes these like fake short nature documentaries, which is great. They're very funny, but half the time they're also very gross in a lot of different ways. But mostly the way that particularly bothers me is like death. You know, talking about some undersea creature or insect, which I like undersea creatures, and insects are hit or miss for me. But he'll just be talking, and then I'll be like, and then watch it die. Because, like, you know, of course there's footage of like fish eating other fish and blah blah blah. But sometimes it's just real visceral. Like, it's like, oh, I could feel a snack crackle pop on that death. And that's not always what I want to watch, you know. I want to listen to his funny facts about the very niche animal, but I don't want to watch graphic insect violence. This kind of stuff that would have made Bug's Life, you know, rated R. Also, I did see a thread on it, where it's about the classic Mom What the Fuck panel, which is a drawing of Candace from Phineas and Ferb. saying, "Mom, what the fuck?" She burst through the door, trying to get her mother's attention. And someone was trying to say it was drawn by the creators of the show. And then someone was like, no, it wasn't drawn by the creators of the show. It was drawn by a crew member on the show. And then someone went, no, it wasn't drawn by one of the crew members on the show. It was just on one of their office. It was just it was on one of their desks. And one of the creators was like, haha, that is funny. But in between all these revelations, people were posting actual funny things that people had drawn for shows. And one of them was Alex Hirsch posting some storyboard panels about how they wanted Dipper to snap a character's neck. For anyone familiar with the show Dippy Fresh, which is like a dream character, so not a real person, but definitely snapping someone's neck. So I enjoyed seeing that. And the other one I had seen separately, where it was a picture of SpongeBob. It was someone from Chowder drawing a picture of SpongeBob, which they had also worked on. And he was saying something weird. I think he was like praying. Along those lines. Okay, I'm gonna put this one just like aside, because this is the original pose, so it would be better if I go referencing this. Sometimes you gotta, after the ink dries, sometimes you just gotta go back and be like, blacker. That's something that was like a really easy, common fact to understand. But it still blew my mind when I found out about it. Where it's like, not all black is like black. Some black is just like kinda. It's whiter. It's dark gray. So I'm like, oh my goodness. I've been so blind for all these years. There's only going to be two for... Oh, Pig is hunting Mitsusune. I like Mitsusune. Anyway. But yeah. I don't know. You know, Pig's playing Monster Hunter. Which, who knows, maybe if I had been playing it with him, I'd be getting more viewers. But tomorrow I want to play Monster Hunter. And he's not streaming, but Barry is. And also, I think a lot of people just like to stream on Tuesdays for some reason. And I'm just like... I'm outclassed. Is a good way to put it. It's good to recognize it, just to be like, yeah, no. Probably not going to be uber successful tonight, but we can still have fun. We have fun here. I try to keep the energy up. How much... He never does, but how different do you think Bob Ross's show and energy would be if he talked more about, like, the production as they were going? I feel like I just want to watch Pig now. Just because Monster Hunter's fun. But yeah. I don't know, I still like animating. I submit I still am happier doing some getting back to streaming doing animation than I would have been playing Monster Hunter. I played plenty of Monster Hunter while I was away. I got past rank 6, but I'm saving rank 7 to hopefully stream. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know. Maybe I just need advice. Streaming advice. Brand. Maybe I should just... It's secret. hack. If you watch the Brian David Gilbert video about brands, 10 times in a row, your following online will triple. You have to watch it 10 times in a row though, and it has to be frame perfect. Like, just the most in a row it could be. No pausing. It's hard. Some of the biggest internet celebrities can be traced back to watching that video, which only came out like I think a year and a half ago. to to watching it 10 times. What the? Hi, super nerd. The thing went kaput. It always goes kaput. Why is it always? Oh yeah, I saw it. I remember. I need to change the OBS setting, but doing that would require me to, what the? Oh, okay, wait. Not that. Okay, not that. This is so weird. It's cool. See you later. Oh my goodness. Always. Oh wait, no, cancel. Always such a mess around here. I should really clean up my act. Not that full volume. Whoops. There. Should be better. And I can't hear this well is one of the things I need to fix, but also monitor and out. There. But yeah, I don't know. Sometimes it's wild. Where the Wild Things Are. That movie scared me as a kid. I didn't know it was a book. The book scared me. Seeing the book, it scared me less because A, I was older, and B, 2D images versus. See, they need to just. I don't know how that movie was. It's a reason not to use photorealistic CG. Legitimately scares children. I say as a child who was scared of photorealistic CGI. Like, do you know how much scarier some things would be if it was from kids' movies, if it was in photorealistic CGI? I can't think of any right now. Treasure Planet would be a nightmare. Granted, at this point, that's more of a hidden gem, but it doesn't change the fact that the whole movie would be a lot scarier if they decided to make it a hyper-realistic film. Boom, boom, boom. Arcs are important. I wish I could do my own kind of doodle fort thing, where I teach about animation. But I feel like animation's more involved, and also, I don't know. I'm not trying to yoke Deer's thing. They can do their own thing. I'm not gonna start being a teacher. Also, I don't. Because here's the thing, and I've thought about this while looking at Deer's Doodle Fort. Like, everyone has their own level of art skill, their own expertise. I'm not great at a lot of it, but I've done it for a while, and I can recognize different technique, blah blah blah, and be like, this is what you need to make it look more like this. And when I can tell someone's just starting out, it's kind of like the question I need to think about, right? This person hasn't fully developed their art skill yet. Should I go ham and just list the things they need to work on? Or should I just be like, that is good, maybe change this. Usually it's the latter, because you don't want to be a jerk. But still, something to think about. I prefer to train with the weights off, you know? I'm like, let me have it. Mostly because I'll decide whether or not I want to follow the advice, or if I'm like, I kind of prefer it looking this way. I'd say for a lot of my art, I definitely appreciate if people could be like, this would help it look better. But I'm not saying that for every piece. If someone was like, hey, this could look better, I'd be like, well, that's too bad, because I like it that way. I enjoy how this looks. I wouldn't say that goes for my style as a whole. There'd be a few things I'd change if I could just, on a whim, change up how my art looks. But unfortunately, we don't live in the land of fairy tales. Fairy tales of how art looks different. Pig is on tree. Also, real quick, non sequitur. Pufferfish are cute. More people should appreciate how cute they are. Thus ends my non sequitur. I don't know what non sequitur means. I think it means just like, I'm gonna say this by itself. But, fuck. It's like you just repeat words you hear to sound smarter. Now you're being fallacious. That's not what Goku says. Watch DBZ Abridged. It's good. I talked enough about DBZ today. I wonder why. It's almost like I'm animating something based on it. Spooky fills their streams with anime references, so I figured it's okay to talk about one show. Usually it's Ruby, but, you know, sometimes just switch it up. There's an artist who does Ruby Mario crossovers, and honestly, it's pretty cute. I think Ruby has potential to cross over with more. It's crossed over with like one thing, as of now. But it has room to grow. They don't do a lot of fun crossovers anymore, huh? Most of it's in games. And even that's only so fun because the biggest crossover is Smash Bros. And people get wild about that. So, hard to be like, yeah, wouldn't it be fun if, you know, X was in Smash Bros? Someone's gonna tell you no. Someone will tell you you are objectively wrong. It would not be fun if X was in Smash Bros. Which is not my stance on the King Hippo argument me and Pig have had. I agree it would be fun to have King Hippo in Smash. I don't agree with Pig's implementation. I want to meet Masahiro Sakurai so he can tell Pig he's wrong. I think with the way he has to run his brand between Nintendo and Smash and everything, I don't think he could outright just hand me a video of being like, yes, that's wrong. But I feel like I could get him to say something. Like, yeah, that would be wicked hard. Do not expect that. Granted, I don't think it's great to expect anything in Smash. They always like to play up, you know, change up your expectations. But also, King Hippo, unfortunately, and I do think this is unfortunate, I think we're past the realm of like niche characters. Like, once upon a time, I was falling in love. Yeah. Anyway, once upon a time, like, I think the world was more open. Not just because there were a lot of characters yet to be introduced, but just because Smash only had so many entries, so it was fair to expect whatever. It's the series that saved Fire Emblem. So, I saw a hot take where it's like, I don't think Fire Emblem would be in Smash now if it hadn't been in Smash before. Smash is what helped make it what it is. But now, just with Smash Ultimate DLC roster wrapping up, most likely, 90, I'll give it a 90% likely that yes, these are the last DLC characters. I'm not totally convinced they won't be like, and now more, but with only 2 of those left, and I'm sure someone will find this video on the internet and be like, oh, remember when there were 2 left? Now we've been disappointed / treated to whatever. But I don't think we are going to get any more weird niche characters like King Hippo from Nintendo's past. Steve was definitely like, oh boy, this one. Didn't see this coming for sure. But he's not like niche. People wanted him in Smash. Part of one of the biggest selling games in the world. Oh, I burped. Oh, I'm sorry. Hi, Juice. Juice, why cry? No cry, Juice. Oh, so I just realized one of Pig's average viewership milestones is also Dark Souls, which is a plan for something I had later. And I made it. I forgot to attend stream. And whatever. Juice, I appreciate it, but you are okay. I have a bit of a headache. I'm gonna try pushing through it because I need to keep working, but I don't know. I think I might need a drink. Stream, if I leave you alone for a minute to get a cup of water, are you gonna explode on me? Stick only Drax socks. There is no stick in Dark Sword. There's the Broken Sword run, which a YouTuber I like does a lot of, but no stick. And I don't really want to stream Breath of the Wild, so we're not doing that. You need so many Koroks. You'd need so many Koroks to beat Breath of the Wild. Because, I mean, like, if you want to do stick-only Breath of the Wild, arguably what you'd have to do is just get as many Korok seeds as you could fathom. Maybe even the most. Just the most, and pour them all into weapons. And then head straight to Hyrule Castle. Assuming you're not going to do a glitch, because I do know there's an infinite durability glitch you can exploit. But regardless, I think, quote-unquote, the legit way, even though doing it at all would be kind of ridiculous. So who am I to say it's the legit way of doing it? Would just be find fucking every Korok seed in the game and be like, well, okay, pour it all into weapons and get as many sticks as we can. Okay, I'm gonna be right back because I'm feeling weird. I don't want to scare anyone. I'm feeling weird, and I think I just need a glass of water. I've done that twice now. What? Stick only? Have you beaten... Okay, before I leave, Juice, have you beaten Ganon with only a stick in Breath of the Wild? No. Don't worry about me. Answer the question. Have you beaten Ganon with only a stick in Breath of the Wild? No, all 999 Korok seeds. Okay, well, Juice, the next step is fucking re-slot that into attack and just use those, fill it up with sticks. Beat up Ganon. Stick only, baby. of course, you probably like beat the game with that. So there, you'll probably have to. You got it. Yeah, but you already beat the different Divine Beast, right? So you can't do like the full boss rush. You could do that. I don't like that. I love Breath of the Wild. I don't like that. The only way you can face Calamity Ganon, like by himself, is if you get all the Divine Beasts, which will thus render him at half health. I wish you could just fight him at full health. I wouldn't even say it's that great of a fight. I'm just saying, I wish, you know, it feels weird that they do that. Anyway, I'll be right back. Pause screen. There. I returned and chat's the same. Good work. Yeah. I don't know, I'm just feeling weird. I got some snacks. I think that might help. I haven't eaten super well. Oops. Just get some calories in you. Sometimes you need that, you know? It's a big... It's not like I'm... It's not like, oh no, I forgot to eat and I'm about to go on a 3-day hike. It's, oops. I forgot to eat, I better do it now. The mic doesn't pick up too much crunch, right? I know some people are wild about not wanting to hear other people eat. ASMR time. Here's the thing. I like, as a snack, I think I love Cheez-Its kind of the most. But my mom's always gotten these peanut butter pretzels that I eat tons of. And I think the peanut butter pretzels are better for a lot of reasons. They have salt and stuff. But I mean, you know, protein. Blah, blah, blah. I think that's what's in peanut butter and pretzels. I'm honestly already feeling better. Is this awful? Probably awful. Let's go back to Chrome. No, here's the thing, right? It's been a really small stream. Okay, I have 2 viewers. Uh-oh. It was bad. But it's also really chill. So. How about this? I'll put on Whims of Fate and mute my mic as I eat some stuff. Because that way I can just shovel it in my mouth. And then, you know. And we can all just chill out. Oh my goodness, I don't want... It's the new Nier game. I have no idea what's going on with the new Nier game. I have absolutely no clue. There. I'll be here. Is mukbang illegal on Twitch? It might be. It feels like it is. More reasons to mute myself. Juice, I'm disturbed if that's true. Oh, okay. I'm done my snack for now. Sorry about that. I'm like, oh, by my full admission, I probably don't eat as much as I should for separate reasons. Some healthier than others, but I don't know, that just got weird. Like, I've had stuff today. It's weird. I'd be horrified. Listen, it's not that bad. If it was that bad, I feel like it'd be noticeable. There's still plenty of meat on my bones. I think I was just, you know, doing stuff today. Forgot to eat enough. And then I started getting lightheaded. That'll happen. I'll make something after stream. So that way I can sleep without my stomach growling. Have you ever... This has happened to me a bit recently. Have you ever been like, I'm trying to get to sleep? And you know, you have to... Many a comedian has pointed this out. You have to try and get to sleep. You don't just sleep most of the time. You try. But like, you're like laying down, you're like, okay, time to go to bed, body. And you're not doing it, and you're like, why? And then you realize there's been like a problem. Like for the last 30 minutes you've had to pee real bad. Or like you're hungry, and it's like, oh, I need a snack before I go to bed. Blah, 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 blah. So that happens to me sometimes. Good. Here's the thing. When my family moved to the house we're currently in, I got there's 2 bedrooms upstairs and, one downstairs, and we need 3. So I got the downstairs one. And one good thing about that, I'm right next to the kitchen and bathroom. And no one else is using it during the night. So it's just like, oh, sweet. Some perks. There's always some perks. Wrong one. So many pages. What is this? Yeah. Not to get too hung up on numbers, but even though the stream hasn't been like fantastic numbers wise, I don't know, I'm still happy to do it. A, because I like animating, and B, I got to be a part of the neighborhood watch thing yesterday. So hey, if streaming with literally no one there still actively makes me a neighborhood watch member, then I will happily stream for no one half the time. Okay. The DBZ reference I was looking at had like lines that were going out, like a starburst thing going out a far ways, and then it like went straight up. So it went from like and then a white. So I'll try and match that. There was one time in Discord, the friend I mentioned before who does not eat, worse than me, I'd argue. It's like, I had a cookie, does that count as a meal? And here's the thing, my gut reaction was like, yes. And then someone was like, no, what is wrong with you? And I was like, well, listen, if it's like cookie or nothing, then yeah, you're fine with a cookie. If it's cookie or I could have had a full meal today, then obviously you need to have a full meal. Take care of yourself. Eat. I'll have a little pretzel. As a treat for good messaging. I want to do like some particle effects. Not particle effects, but just effects. Needless vocabulary. Let's see. What's going on here? Who knows what the thing? Also, I want Rena Boo sit. Juice's sad face has reminded me. I want Rena Boo sit. Just one of Rena's bit emotes. But dang it. Money. Y'all know how it is. But yeah. Tell me about die. That's a lot of bits. 10K? Isn't 10K like... Is 10K $100? 10K is $100. Yeah, that's a lot. I want it though. It's a good that's why I don't like... That's why I'm not a big fan about how the bit... Like, I get it. You shouldn't be able to just... It'd be wild if they just let you have more emote slots, essentially. But I feel like you should be able to customize the price somewhat. Also, hi, Stealth. How you doing? I know what's coming, and also I appreciate it. Juice is great. Oh my goodness, Pig with 11. Oh look, people are here. It's all... I have viewers after about an hour and 40 minutes. Yay! Thanks, Pig. Oh, Monster Hunter was fun. I'll probably be playing some tomorrow. 7 o'clock usual time. Oh, this is so unpredictable. Honestly. It's not like I had your stream open as I was streaming. But welcome, everyone. We're doing some animation. I'm kind of doing a pseudo Super Saiyan thing. It's not gonna have the spiky hair, but you know the energy. You know the whoosh 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 whoosh. DBZ's got some great sound effects. Also, I got pretzels. Chat, you want some pretzels? I got peanut butter. How many people am I scaring away? Battle Chef. I don't know what Battle Chef is. It sounds like Overcooked. I imagine it's different though. I like chocolate covered pretzels. Those are good. I think of those more as like a treat. Like akin to like a tasty cake more so than like these peanut butter ones. Oh my goodness, one came out. Which I literally scarfed down. So, you know. Also, I think my mom is home. Maham there. Yeah, I mean, no, Juice is correct and they should say it. But it doesn't change the fact that, like, I might have 2 chocolate covered. Tasty cake is good. Everyone... I mean, I'm not gonna endorse Tasty Cake. They're not good for you. Are you kidding me? Tasty Cake is like 1 level above Twinkie. What have you done? Tasty Cake is like... Twinkie is like the most manufactured snack you can ever eat. But Tasty Cake is a little above Twinkie. Like... Yeah, I guess there's like probably like flour and egg in it. As opposed to chemical. Ew, Twinkies. Twinkies are fine. They're not so good I'd ruin my body for them. But they're okay. I won't turn one down, but I won't seek them out. Oh, sorry, I didn't ink in his mouth that good. Dark milk or white chocolate covered pretzels, though. I like white chocolate. I don't think white chocolate even tastes... White chocolate doesn't taste that much different than... Oh. If we're comparing different chocolates, then... I definitely like milk chocolate. Dark chocolate's okay. I don't dislike it as much as I once maybe did. But... people are like, milk chocolate isn't real chocolate. And it's like, yeah, but it's good. Are you kidding me? Why does it let you live? It gave you an ass to sit on. It gave Pig a fine ass. Gave Pig the ass of the century. One glorious ham. 2 pork chops, just where God meant them to be. But yeah. Chat, may I probe you? I know most of y'all in chat, so if you don't mind, I'd like to ask y'all about something. Or so I'll vor some pretzels. Probe me, Daddy. Anytime, Stealth. I was gonna say, what do you think would be a good way to promote my streams? This might come out as a little callous, but I'm not necessarily asking how to improve. I just want people to see my streams are out there. Because as it is, I don't think they do. I think I'm just anti-algorithm. I think the algorithm is just like, not him. And this is not applying to Twitch. Twitch is arguably the most successful I've ever done. But everything else, oof. Social media takes my anti-social life very seriously and shuts me off from humanity. Because here's the thing, the worst way is to just say go watch my streams under other people's YouTube videos. Or, yeah. I mean, it's not just yeah, that's fine. That's fair. It'd also help if I didn't stream. If I didn't make people choose between Pig and me, because they should be watching Pig. I don't know. Here's the thing, right? I shouldn't make a big deal out of it, because as of right now, I can't even commit that much to Twitch. Just slowly get established. Fair. Like I said, there are some events coming up. I hope y'all are excited. Some of these are mysteries. I actually need to ask if I can announce the first one. But, well, actually, no, it would be the second one. But April's going to be a big month on this channel. Let me just say. If you like, why do people watch me instead of you? I got lucky. That's fair. Also, you're playing Monster Hunter, and also, you just legitimately do incredibly quality streams, Big. KO Comics is synonymous with technical issues, and you're out here looking like Mr. Barry is streaming himself. But yeah, I mean, art is rough. That's fair. But I don't know. Maybe it's confirmation bias. Tell me if any of y'all relate, but sometimes I just feel like, you know, like I hand my post to social media of any kind, and it's like, okay, and then it locks it in a drawer and dumps it in the ocean. It's like, okay, no one will ever see it. And then I was like, well, actually I wanted to, and they're like, no one will ever see it. Hey guys, I went live. Yeah, but we blocked your notification. Why? Fuck you. Chen mentioned in chat he's been having a similar issue. But here's the thing. Chen also does quality streams and is cute and has more of an established presence. Right on social media. That's fair. I don't know. People are always like, Twitter's a hell site, and like, yeah, kind of. I always feel like they make it out a little worse than it is. Granted, shouldn't defend Twitter. But of all social medias, people are like, Twitter. And I'm like, there are worse. There was literally my mom is incredibly cute. He really is. And he got a fucking corgi hoodie. I don't know why people aren't watching him for that. Anyway, my mom got a random message on Facebook she asked me about, and she's like, do you know what this is? I was like, no, I don't. And it was someone asking her to join a social media site. And I was like, it's not Tumblr. And I looked it up, and the first sentence was, blank is a right wing. And I was like, we're off to a bad start. And then it went on, and it's like, accused of anti-Semist. And I was like, okay. I was like, Mom, do not get on the site. And she was like, I'm not getting on that site. Passed along since I need it myself. That's fair, Redmayne. I think some advice I need to remember myself is not just to put it in A, my Discord that no one's in, and B, and put it in, like, you know, Pigs and Chen's Discord, who very kindly have a self-promotion corner. Nifty remembers to use it. But yeah. Also, that same site got shut down, like 2 months later. It didn't get shut down. It's not like the feds came in and was like, no. Because, you know, whoop-de-doo free speech. Hi, I'm no. But literally whoever was hosting it was like, yeah, we're not doing this. Like, imagine if you went to fucking Squarespace. If you went to my sponsor, Squarespace, and they were like, your site is so bad, we're not. You enjoyed Caleb. Things were oh my goodness. To be fair, I didn't mean no one. I meant I could probably just DM the people. Stealth and Pig. As it stands right now, I could just put in our friend Discord, hey, I'm streaming, and it would reach most of my viewers. It was Parlor. There it is. I wanted to call it Patch for some reason. Forgot what it was. Midday. Actually, yes, Red Mage. I'm thinking of doing more European-friendly streams during Wednesdays for the summer, because I might get called into work on those days, and work doesn't open till like 3, so like I should just do streams in the morning then. So I might change that up. And also, if you're in my Discord, good reason. Yeah, I did too. But anyway, until I start thinking about hell sites. But what was I thinking of? One of each end of the line. Oh, hell yeah. I was working towards that with Longsword, and I should probably still keep doing that because completionist, except not. But I started using Switch Axe because I couldn't get it out of my head. People were like, Switch Axe is like Ruby. And I was like, dang it. I do like Ruby though. And and during one of Barry's streams. That's good. That is a good point. It was a great starting point for me. That's fair. I will say, it's really I would need like. I will make the ogre longsword. I would need a very hard push. Like, someone would have to convince me that streaming on the weekends is worth it. Because with school going on, and assuming that my schedule is staying the same, I have a very brief window of time I can use for stuff I want on weekends before I have to go into work. And if I have a lot of school assignments, it's the only time I can, like, nap. But for you, Red Mage, I have a Pig, do me a favor, check if I have a self-promotion in my Discord, and if not, time to add one. I should. It's just, you know, that's the reason I didn't want to make a Discord. My fears have come true. Pretty reliable for me. If anything, I should drop Tuesdays, because Tuesdays are just everyone else streaming, and obviously I'm not gonna work out there. I talked about this. Yeah, I don't know. If y'all don't want to talk about stream analytics, blah blah blah, it's what I'm just curious. Curious how to improve. Curious how to blah blah blah. I like talking production stuff. I'm an animator. I work behind the scenes. Oh fuck. Do not currently. Okay, well, I'll add one. But I was saying, people were like, make a Discord, it'll help. And it has, but my point I wanted to make still stands, where it's like, yeah, but it's not like used. Juice, Stealth Pig, they might post a meme or two in there. But it's not like, you know. I am proud of the fighting ring. My animation studio has a fighting ring. And if you don't feel like DMing someone directly to be like, do you want to play X game? You can just use the fighting ring and be like, hey, does anyone want to play X? And like, yes, I do. Haha, I do that. Imagine if you cut a deal with someone to be like, hey, if you what was I thinking of? I don't know. I was trying to think of a way where it's like you have an exclusivity deal with someone's Discord. So like you're streaming, but you don't have your own Discord. You use someone else's to promote it. Because that person is, you know, I guess just trying to leech off of you. And being like, hey, if you make my Discord your one-stop shop, I will, I guess, pay you? That's weird. There's probably people like that. The internet's the worst. I have no doubt someone's pulled something like that. It's like, can't I just use my own If you use your own Discord, we're done. I'll just go book Ninja. I'll get Ninja, who isn't the biggest streamer. The biggest streamer is Ludwig, and I've only heard nice things about that guy, which is a nice change from the Ninja. It's weird. It's a little. I will admit, I kind of question, you know, his subathon thing. You know, we're bros. Are you? But like I said, I've only heard nice things. That could change, but you know, nice to know there's someone on top of Twitch who's actually pretty cool. I don't know, maybe I'll pop in. Here's the thing, right? One of the clips I saw from his ridiculous, his literally month-long live stream. was him laying in bed watching stuff and reacting to it. Which, granted, I do like me some React streamers. I watch the highlights of them, but still, I was like, dang. I mean, what else are you gonna do, right? You could play games, but how many games are you gonna play before you're like, I mean, I it's a little weird for me. That's fair. Like I said, I don't know him personally. The point I was making is I haven't heard anything bad about him, except I guess from Juice. And to be fair, I know Juice better than the person I heard it from, so. He committed to the bit, though. You got it. Oh, okay. You're just like, yeah, not my cup of tea. I thought you meant he did something weird on stream, and you're like, oh, not him. Who's Ludwig? Ludwig is a guy who did a subathon, and it lasted, for a month. Like, actually a month. Like, not breaking. Like, he did a subathon for a month straight. And he broke the record for the most amount of subscribers on Twitch. And it wasn't slowing down when he stopped it. He was just like the month to hard cut off. So yeah. Obviously I can't watch the whole thing, but fucking I'd be real curious how he skirted some rules, because I think he did sleep on stream, but like what he was doing to make sure he wasn't getting taken down by Twitch. So I can only imagine the logistical nightmare. No, in certain categories. Oh, I see. Is it allowed on the art could I take a nap on my desk right now? Lord, I'd love that. Just be like, hey guys, I'm gonna reenact my high school experience for you, and just take a nap on my desk. See y'all when I wake up. You're chatting a lot this evening. Okay. There are still many times where he probably, because obviously he has to call it performance art. The drool is part of it. That's why I laid out a pad to collect the drool to hang up in a museum. Decolatan, keep your focus away from the cheating eye. Ah! Thanks, Red Mage! You're cool! Hosting a prom. Red Mage is Nito. Everyone in this chat is Nito. I've not interacted with one person in this chat currently who wasn't super nice. There was that one guy. I don't know who remembers that, but that one guy who prior trips to the corner store. That is a high risk, high reward scenario. But I don't know who remembers that one guy from one of my early Spider-Man streams. And he was like, add me, add me, add me, add me, add me. Referring to like PS4 friends. And I think he found my tag somehow because I kept getting alerts on stream, and then Magenta banned him from chat. I'm like, okay. I like to give everyone more than their fair chance, but... Oh, fuck, alright. Yeah. To be fair, if I can say one thing great about my Twitch career, that's like the worst it's ever got. I've never had a really bad chat for whatever reason. Oh wait. always stay pretty good. That's I chalk that up to the watch. Bot the other day. Bots, yeah, bots are a problem. I actually haven't even really. I might have had like one bot one time. I did ban big follows, like as a word. So I think maybe they're just now just never getting. Maybe they picked up on like, oh, we can't do that, and chats like that. So, but yeah. I don't know. Am I not big enough for them? Oh yeah. No, that was recent. That was a recent asshole. That's worse. I would say that's definitely worse than the guy I had. Because the guy I had, I was like, please stop doing this in chat. And he was like, no. And I was like, and then Vegenta, far more trigger happy than I am, was like, seriously stop doing it in chat. And he was like, no. And then he, well, bye-bye. Being like, choose the evil option in game. I mean, you shouldn't. I'm gonna not drop it. A-hole. You shouldn't tell a streamer how to play game to begin with. Let alone with problematic choices that I guess you like. I've told this to Vegenta, Zayd, and I think Chen. I was playing Sea of Thieves one day. And I had a bad string of luck with Reapers. Like, I just kept getting snuck up on by Reapers, and I was losing shit constantly. And I was in a sloop, and a galleon of Reapers snuck up on me. And they started firing, and I just went into text chat, and I was like, guys, I'm gonna be honest with you, I've had a real rough time. You can like take the loot, can I just sail? And then we actually formed an alliance. And start sailing around, and it was pretty cool. They were clearly mostly kids of varying ages, but you know, having fun, just doing some random stuff. And then another guy joined, and he started saying some problematic stuff at best. And before that, I was like, hey, would you mind if I drop off my treasure? I'm getting a little tired. And they were like, oh, come on, do this one last quest with us. And I was like, okay. And then he joined, and I was like, well, not doing this anymore. And then I left. Because I'm not about to tolerate that. Okay. I'm not sure. So here's the thing, right? I'm not sure if I am going to keep going forward with this part of the animation during the school year, or if I have to save it for after because the assignment needs to get done properly. But we'll see. And if I can keep continuing it, then I'll probably do more of this on stream. Whatever. I don't know. I'm gonna head out. It was fun. It was a chill stream. Maybe I hope if y'all are a VOD watcher, I guess they wouldn't be at this part. I was gonna say if y'all are a VOD watcher and you don't like it when I talk about numbers, please leave a comment. But they won't hear that. I'll see if I put it in the description. No one watches my VOD, but my mom leaves likes. That's nice. Very supportive. Anyway, also I think things getting a bit choppy. Things are getting a bit choppy. Let's find someone to raid. Twitch.tv. And then let's see how many viewers we got. We got 6. That's fine. Y'all give my best to Tria. Tria's playing Kirby. Okay, yeah. Go say hi to Tria. Tria. Always Tria. Anyway. Thanks, y'all, for coming. It was fun roughing out some animation with you. I'll see you next time. Bye. Oh, wait. Monster Hunter tomorrow. 7 o'clock. If y'all want more of that. Anyway, see ya. Bye.